What's up guys, Luke here with Luke's Points and Miles. Today we're coming to you with another episode of Keep or Cancel. This is the series where we have a card that's annual fee has posted and we really need to crunch the numbers to see if we're going to keep the card and pay that annual fee. Today we have what has been a pretty popular card and one that has recently received a refresh. That's right, the Citi Strata Premier. If you follow this channel, you know that for me, this is a card that I've been very high on, and I think I had to apply 3 times before I was approved for it. And if you don't follow the channel, I make videos about credit cards, points, miles, cashback, and travel. If those things interest you, consider subscribing. And if you get any value or at least some entertainment from this video, slap that like button for me. And here's how this one's gonna go. First, I'll do a brief review on the card. Then I'll talk about what I like and have liked about the card. Afterwards, I'll mention some contrarian points and why it might be a good idea to move on from the card, whether it be canceling or doing a product change to something else. And I have a bonus chapter that has some information that really isn't talked about a whole lot on YouTube, but you have to stay until the end to catch that gem. With all that out of the way, let's get started. Okay, the new, sorta, refreshed, kinda, Citi Strata Premier. Now, before I get into it, I wanna say that I am biased towards the positive side of this card. It was difficult for me to get it, and I really do think Citi is on the upswing in general right now. Okay, sticking to the card, $95 annual fee, and the card grants the user access to the Citi transfer partners, which again, in my opinion, I think are very strong. Hot take here. I could likely survive in this game with access to only Citi partners and still kill it. How does the card earn? Well, this is the card's strong suit. The card earns 10 times on hotels, car rentals, and attractions within the Citi transfer portal. But the card also earns 3 times on hotels and air travel, as well as supermarkets, restaurants, and gas stations. And that is gas stations, not just gas. The card also now earns 3 times on EV charging for those of you that were duped into overpaying for transportation. Just 1 time on everything else. Simply put, the only other real benefit is the $100 hotel credit. When booking a hotel through the Citi portal, that totals over $500. A lot of folks trash that credit, but I have been able to take advantage of it pretty easily by booking a hotel in Panama earlier this year. I also earned 10 times thank you points on that purchase. The card has no foreign transaction fees and now comes with travel protections, making this a real travel card. That was the quick review, and for me, this card is paired with a Citi Custom Cash that is generally used for gas. Okay, so what have I liked about this card? I like the Citi ecosystem. I like to pair the card with the Custom Cash, which makes it a strong earning duo. I'd really consider including other Citi cards as well, such as the Citi Double Cash. I also received a 75,000 point bonus on this card last year, but that is not a consideration moving forward. I like that the card works overseas. Remember, the Amex Gold won't earn at Italian supermarkets, and let's face it, there's a strong chance it won't be accepted at all. The Premier is also a MasterCard, which is another reason I like it. It pairs well with the program called Simply Miles, which earns American Airlines miles. Another reason I like the card is that Citi should be issuing a new version of the Prestige card soon, which I was a big fan of the original. Finally, Citi does have some great transfer partners. They also transfer to choice at a ratio of 1 to 2. And on top of that, they offer transfer bonuses, which I like to take advantage of. And to circle back, the fact that the Premier gives me access to the transfer partners makes the Custom Cash one of the best gas cards for earning transferable currencies. Gas isn't a huge expense for me, but it is one that is kind of difficult sometimes to find a great card to earn on that category. Now, for the other side of the coin. Does the Citi Strata Premier do anything that my other cards can't do? 3 times at supermarkets. The Saver One can also do that for no fee. 3 times on gas and EV. My Wells Fargo Autograph does that also for free. Virtually every card in the game earns 3 times on dining now. So the Citi Premier with its $95 annual fee might not make as much sense as I want it to. I mentioned I like Citi transfer partners, but there isn't really anything special there that I can't get somewhere else, right? The choice 1 to 2 transfer rate is also available with Wells Fargo now. Turkish Miles and Smiles is also available from Capital One. Now, I'm really looking hard at this card, and it's just not shining so bright. Could it be worth spending $95 just because I have some kind of positive feelings towards the card? I mean, is it the colors? The marketing? Is it that easy to squeeze me for 95 bucks? And I have all my travel booked through the next 12 months, so I'll likely not be able to utilize that $100 hotel credit. Let me add some reasons you might not hear from other YouTubers. See, referral programs are for real, and they're a really big part of the popularity of American Express and Chase when it comes to videos and blogs. And I'm not gonna lie to you, a referral program weighs heavily on my decision to keep or cancel a card. If I can earn referral points, there are cards I may keep and never even use. Your uncle has to eat too, guys, but I'm not going to push any cards I don't think are good. But I already said I like the Citi Premier. So guess what? I don't have any way to earn a referral. See, Citi doesn't have a program, and they won't even participate in most card links. So yes, the fact that I can't earn is also a reason why it might not be worth keeping. So are there any other options? Sure, I could call Citi and request a product change to a second Custom Cash, but then I thought about that. Do I really need another 5% cashback card? For groceries, I have the 5% AAA card. Gas, I have the 5% Abound and the 5% Redstone Federal card. The latter also gets 5% back on dining. What exactly would I use either of those Custom Cash cards for? Home improvement? I'm not a handyman. So I did what we should all do, and I called Citi, asked them for help with this decision. Now, I know many of you complain about Citi customer service, and you're not wrong for doing so. I called the number on the back of the card, and the lady told me to call the benefits department. I asked her to transfer me, and she said I had to actually call them. This was an awkward conversation because we both knew I called the wrong department in the first place. The benefits department doesn't do retention. So I called the original number back, and the guy who was most likely not based in the US was actually really good. He knew exactly what I wanted, and he transferred me over to the Philippines. The customer service agent there also knew exactly what I wanted. She offered me a retention offer. This is gonna get really good, I thought. The first offer was a $95 statement credit, okay, for spending $1,000 on the card in each of the next 3 months. Hey, an offer is an offer. So I told her jokingly, well, that's not much of an offer, but okay. Then she said she had a second offer I might like better. 10,000 thank you points for spending $3,000 on the Strata Premier over the next 6 months. Now, before we all laugh and discount that offer, it does eliminate the annual fee. I will take 10,000 thank you points over $95 all day. And I actually can easily use the Citi Premier for groceries and dining, and hey, maybe even gas to hit that 3K. So I went with option number 2, and even though it's not a sexy Amex retention offer, it keeps the Premier around for 1 more year, and it keeps me in good graces with Citi. You know, because I'm also eligible for another American Airlines bonus. So guys, this is one of those times where I believe we ended up in a mutually beneficial arrangement, and that's how I like to do business. I'm going to pay this $95 annual fee, and I'll replace my Saver One with the Citi Strata Premier at the grocery store, and we're straight for another year. Tell me what you think in the comments about my thought process, and tell me what you would have done. I love hearing about other people's perspectives, and guys, if you have stayed all the way to the end, I appreciate you, and I want to thank every single one of you.